Welcome to Half History Will Travel. I am your host, the Wilder Historian. By early April 1862, Ulysses S. Grant was riding a wave of support after his capture of both Fort Henry and Donelson in February. But April 6 would bring him a whole new challenge in the form of the Battle of Shiloh. The savageness and casualties would get the northern populace to call for his removal. This would result in Abraham Lincoln stating, "I cannot spare this man. He fights." This is Grant's official report of what happened at Shiloh. Headquarters, District of West Tennessee, Pittsburg, April 9th, 1862. It becomes my duty again to report another battle fought between two great armies, one contending for the maintenance of the best government ever devised, the other for its destruction. It is pleasant to record the success of the army contending for the former principle. On Sunday morning, our pickets were attacked and driven in by the enemy. Immediately, the 5 divisions stationed at this place were drawn up in line of battle, ready to meet them. The battle soon waxed warm on the left and center, varying at times to all parts of the line. The most continuous firing of musketry and artillery ever heard on this continent was kept up until nightfall, the enemy having forced the entire line to fall back nearly halfway from their camps to the landing. At a late hour in the afternoon, a desperate effort was made by the enemy to turn our left and get possession of the landing, transports, and etc. This point was guarded by the gunboats Tyler and Lexington, Captains Gwynn and Shirk, U.S. Navy commanding 4 20-pounder Parrott guns and a battery of rifled guns. As there is a deep and impassable ravine for artillery or cavalry, and very difficult for infantry at this point, no troops were stationed here except the necessary artillerists and small infantry force to their support. Just at this moment, the advance of Major General Buell's column, a part of the division under General Donelson, arrived, the two generals named both being present. An advance was immediately made upon the point of attack and the enemy soon driven back. In this repulse, much is due to the presence of the gunboats Tyler and Lexington and their able commanders, Captains Gwynn and Shirk. During the night, the divisions under Generals Crittenden and McCook arrived. General Lewis Wallace at Crump's Landing, 6 miles below, was ordered at an early hour in the morning to hold his division in readiness to be moved in any direction to which it might be ordered. At about 11 o'clock, the order was delivered to move up to Pittsburg, but owing to its being led by a circuitous route, did not arrive in time to take part in Sunday's action. During the night, all was quiet, and feeling that a great moral advantage will be gained by becoming the attacking party, an advance was ordered as soon as day dawned. The result was a gradual repulse of the enemy at all parts of the line from morning until probably 5 o'clock in the afternoon, when it became evident the enemy was retreating. Before the close of the action, the advance of General T.J. Wood's division arrived in time to take part in the action. My force was too much fatigued from 2 days' hard fighting and exposure in the open air to a drenching rain during the intervening night to pursue immediately. Night closed in, cloudy and with heavy rain, making the roads impracticable for artillery by the next morning. General Sherman, however, followed the enemy, finding that main part of the army had retreated in good order. Hospitals of the enemy's wounded were found all along the road as far as pursuit was made. Dead bodies of the enemy and graves were also found. The loss of artillery was great, many pieces being disabled by the enemy's shots and some losing all their horses and many men. There were probably not less than 200 horses killed. The loss of the enemy in killed and left upon the field was greater than ours. In wounded, the estimate cannot be made, as many of them must have been sent back to Corinth and other points. The enemy suffered terribly from demoralization and desertion. A flag of truce was sent in today from General Beauregard. I enclose herewith a copy of the correspondence. I am, very respectfully, your obedient servant, U.S. Grant, Major General Commanding.